rise to welcome the class of 2026. please be seated? The Reverend Dr. Ben Martin will now deliver the opening invocation.
You join me in a spirit of prayer. Gracious God, creator of us all, you who breathed into us the breath of life, nurtured us and grew us, and guided us on our way, we gather on this day that you have made, an important stop along our journey to acknowledge where we have been and to envision where we are going. Help us remember with grateful hearts. Help us to dream with excited minds, and help us to trust where we have not yet been, that you are already there. We gather to give thanks for these graduates who have worked hard and reached a significant rite of passage in their lives. We offer thanks for all who have helped them on their way, for mothers and fathers, grandmothers and grandfathers, family and friends who have provided for them in every way, for teachers, coaches, administrators who have sown into their minds and lives knowledge, hope, direction, and encouragement. For friends who have shared the years of growing up and the laughter and the tears that go with it. We ask tonight, as they say goodbye to one season of life and hello to the new one unfolding, that you continue the work of growing them in vision, wisdom, and compassion, that they may bring to the world a little hope for our future and a contribution to the world as you envision it, full of grace, peace, provision, and opportunity for all. Grant them a sense of calling and purpose that goes beyond success to significance. Give them courage to face the future unafraid and unashamed of who they are as you made them beautiful in your sight and in ours. Give them confidence born not of ego nor even ability, but of faith that they are made in your image. Grant them humility that recognizes the shoulders on which they stand, and the reassurance that they are never alone, for you are with them and in them. And grant all who must let them go the joy of seeing their becoming and the peace of knowing they first belonged to you. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Martin. Mr. Beaver and members of the Board of Trustees, faculty and staff, parents, family, and friends, it is my distinct honor and privilege to welcome you to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2026. As we begin this joyous occasion, let us remember Ann Chaddock Donegan, AC as she was known by so many, whose time with us ended far too soon, yet whose legacy of kindness, compassion, and creativity lives on in our hearts. As we celebrate the class of 2026, we also cherish the memory of AC, the friendships she had with members of this class, and the contributions she made to our school and our community. In his remarks at baccalaureate yesterday, Dr. Goldberg noted how this class came together following their shared loss in sophomore year. That sentiment was echoed by comments made by the seniors during my exit interviews with them. When I asked them what they would like me to know about their class, a number of them described the class as particularly close-knit, having really gelled over the last 2 years. I definitely sensed a connectedness that isn't always there with all classes. It's a special group. In addition to their feeling of connection, many of them also commented with great pride on their incredibly talented and driven classmates. They used phrases like go-getters, passionate and highly motivated, and, quote, competitive in a good way. The word opinionated did come up a couple of times. I believe I heard it used yesterday, self-effacingly, by one of our speakers. But again, not in a disparaging sense, but rather was used with playful admiration for each other. The members of this class truly pushed and challenged each other while also having fun with and enjoying each other's unique talents and personalities. Perhaps my favorite comment came from the senior who noted, "We have some real characters in this class." I will let you all speculate as to who that might be referring to. But this really is an extraordinary class in so many ways. It includes more National Merit Scholars than we've had in as long as I can remember, a Region Champion Star student, a TEDx Savannah speaker, and a number of accomplished athletes, artists, musicians, stage performers, debaters, and the list goes on. The class of 2026 is truly, as one senior put it, multi-talented and multifaceted, and has contributed to our school in so many different ways. It is certainly not surprising that they are heading off to a wonderful assortment of colleges and universities across the U.S. and abroad, where I'm confident they will continue to do amazing things. When I asked them what they have valued the most about their time at Country Day, they expressed appreciation for the campus, the freedom and independence they were given, the sense of community, including how new students were embraced along the way, the ability to choose classes that allowed them to explore their interests, the support for students with learning differences, and the sense that you are free to be who you are. And believe it or not, some of them even appreciated the yonder pouches. But most of all, not surprisingly, what they valued the most was by far their teachers. They noted their knowledge of and passion for their subjects, their interest in their students as individuals, and their investment in their students' successes. Several commented on how easy teachers are to talk to, how readily available they are for extra help, and their awareness and willingness to accommodate the many of other demands on students beyond their class. And similar comments were made about the coaching staff as well. The members of the class of 2026 clearly value the tremendous support they have received from all of the adults in their lives. They recognize what a great foundation they have been given and are leaving us with a high degree of confidence in their ability to be successful in college. Class of 2026, I ask you to take a minute to reflect on how much you have grown and how hard you have worked to get where you are today. Consider all those who helped you get here, teachers and coaches, family and friends, and others. Look for an opportunity to thank them in the days and weeks ahead, and always remember the important role they played in your journey. If you are nervous right now, that is completely normal, and you are not alone. But know that you are ready. You have learned how to study. You have learned how to manage your time. You have learned how to collaborate effectively with others, and you have learned how to ask for help. Most importantly, you have learned how to persevere through challenge and bounce back from disappointment. Speaking of challenge, don't shy away from reflecting on the low points, the times when you did not do as well as you had hoped on a test, did not play your best in an athletic contest or perform your best in a show, or maybe the times when you made a bad, perhaps even really bad decision. I am a firm believer that we learn far more from our failures than we do from our successes, and some of those are our most valuable life lessons that we can take with us. With that in mind, be open to new challenges and opportunities, even if they seem daunting. I know many of you are still trying to determine what you want to do with your life. Completely okay. All the more reason to continue to try new things. You are entering the world at a time in which there is often more focus on difference than commonality. Fight that trend. Be firm in your convictions, but be thoughtful, reflective, and open to ideas and opinions that differ from yours. Embrace difficult conversations and always assume goodwill in others. Be both confident and humble. Take pride in yourself and what you have achieved, and take responsibility for your mistakes. People will have far more respect for you when you own them than when you try to make excuses for them, or worse, pretend they didn't happen. In both your personal and professional lives, seek out people you can trust and who are willing to give you honest feedback. Receptiveness to feedback will be critically important to your continued growth and improvement. Finally, and most importantly, be yourself and believe in yourself. You are each capable of doing absolutely incredible things with your lives. Don't let anyone ever tell you that you can't do something. In closing, I know I speak for the entire faculty and staff when I say that we are extremely proud of you and cannot wait to hear about all the great things we know you are going to do in the years ahead. Know that your Savannah Country Day family will always be here for you, so please keep in touch and call on us if you need anything. Congratulations and good luck, class of 2026. It is now my pleasure to introduce our head of upper school, Mr. Jonathan Day.
Thank you and good afternoon. Hi. Just take a second, look out there, okay? Just take a moment. These are all the people that are here for you. And they say it takes a village to raise a child. Well, this is your village, and it's even bigger than this, actually. This assemblage of family, friends, teachers, and administrators all put their best into you. Remember that and be grateful in this moment. These are the shoulders that you stand upon. As you prepare to take next steps in your personal journeys, get to know this village, especially those that you call your family. Hear their stories, know their sacrifices, especially the ones they made for you, and understand how they got you to this point so that you can do it for the next generation. To all of you, thank you for being the village. More specifically, thank you for being my family's village. It is such a gift to have known this class, this school, this faculty, and this community. The past 10 years have been a blur, but I'm taking with me so many fond and precious memories that I will never forget. To our faculty, whether you taught this group in their first year at Country Day or their last, thank you for your love and commitment to them. You are truly the heart of this school. And specifically, to the person who has guided this class with a firm but loving hand, a big congratulations and thank you to the Dean of Class of 2026, Jenny Wallace. This is a class that will be remembered fondly. As I sat and watched them come across the stage, I mean, every year I've done this, like that's a very special moment, looking at these young adults and thinking how far they've come and realizing how much we like them. And that's sort of the cruel trick that nature plays on us, right? Just when they get interesting, they leave the house. But a wonderful group this is. They have been significant contributors to the legacy of this school, whether on the stage, the court, the field, the classroom, the courtroom, yes, the TEDx stage, or the Minus Hall living room. Is that what we're calling it? Okay. They will be missed. They have set the tone for other grades to follow with academic success, with athletic success, but with positive attitudes and school spirit. At the senior dinner on Monday, it was so heartwarming to hear advisors talk about the bonds that they formed with these students, the time they enjoyed together, and the friendships that have been made. There are 99 future leaders on this stage, all of whom possess the potential to solve the pressing issues of our day. They have embraced the challenge of this education and stand poised to earn the distinction of being called Country Day graduates. As in every facet of life, there are pace setters, those who set a tone and give us something to strive toward. The valedictorian and salutatorian of the class are two such students who have led the way. Through a combination of grit, force of will, and yes, a bit of good fortune, these two students have consistently excelled at the highest level. And in a class this accomplished, that is no easy feat. And so by recognizing these two students, we truly celebrate the entire class. It is my pleasure to introduce you to the salutatorian of the class of 2026, Theo McGurk. When you ask a student to name a favorite work of literature, most are going to point to a popular novel or perhaps something they were reading in English class. Theo, although in a recent interview, named The Tower by W.B. Yeats, pretty complex work. And then in conversation, he moved seamlessly into a discussion of T.S. Eliot, quoting lines from memory and reflecting on the shift toward modernism. That moment captures something essential about Theo. He is, quite simply, a genuine scholar. His mind is on fire, constantly engaging, questioning, and connecting ideas across disciplines. Theo has pursued the most rigorous academic path available to him, excelling in courses ranging from multivariate calculus to advanced physics, while also distinguishing himself in the humanities. His teachers speak of his deep, inquiring mind, his passionate commitment to the ideals of justice, and his ability to elevate every conversation he is a part of. He doesn't just have the answers. He asks the essential questions that push all of us to think more deeply. But what makes Theo especially remarkable is the way he carries all of this. He has faced challenges with what one teacher described as quiet dignity, growing not only as a student but a person. He leads with thoughtfulness and integrity, whether mentoring young students in debate, engaging or leading civil discourse, in fact, or pursuing his Eagle Scout. Theo is equally at home hiking in the wilderness as he is exploring ideas in the classroom or a book. He brings curiosity, discipline, and humility to everything that he does. Theo, your intellect, character, and presence have left a lasting impact on this community. Thank you and congratulations. And now I would invite Matilde Roby, valedictorian of the class of 2026, to center stage. To speak about Matilde is to speak about a special kind of learner. One of her teachers put it simply, she has never seen a student achieve the grades she's achieved, all while sailing through our toughest curriculum. But even that only tells part of the story, because Matilde's not defined by her grades, but rather by her curiosity. She is the kind of student who, after mastering the material in class, still goes looking for more. Whether it's teaching herself linear algebra, engaging in independent research on plasma physics, or diving into complex scientific questions simply because they interest her, Matilde is at her core a scholar. And yet, for all of the intellectual firepower, what stands out just as much is her presence in our community. She is collaborative, generous, and deeply thoughtful. Teachers consistently note that even when she's already mastered a concept, she remains focused and engaged, asking questions, helping peers, and elevating the conversation for everyone. Matilde has lived in multiple countries. She speaks 4 languages and has navigated new communities with grace and empathy. She connects easily with others, not because she seeks attention, but because she is genuinely interested in the people around her. As one teacher described, she is pure potential, a student who will take full advantage of every opportunity and in doing so make those around her better. It is my honor to call her valedictorian. Congratulations, and now it is your turn at the lectern. Got it?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for having me here. It's truly an honor to be speaking at such a momentous occasion. For the majority of my preteen years, I was fascinated by a certain law. It's more of a principle than anything, but nonetheless. It's called Murphy's Law. For those of you not familiar with it, or Interstellar, it goes something like this. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. It's quite the optimistic outlook on life. And in the last 4 years, I found it to be mostly true. Whether it be in the AP Lang Modes essay that almost got drenched in a rainstorm minutes before I had to turn it in, or the saxophone that broke in my first concert here, the worst mishaps often happen at the most inconvenient times. So why do we not wave the white flag? Why do we not surrender while we're still ahead? Why do we not save ourselves the headache of trying, knowing there is so much risk? I mean, there's not just risk in starting a business or chasing our wildest dreams. There's risk in setting the foot out the door every single day, and yet we still do it. So why? In part, I think it is due to human stubbornness. The more someone tells us we can't do something, the more we are eager to prove them wrong. And second, it is because we know that nothing is truly impossible. Despite all the obstacles we might face, nothing can stop us. I mean, after 8 Mission Impossible movies where the mission was very much achieved, we can figure that everything is possible. It's just really, really hard. And so we try to do it against most of the odds, even against all of them. And thirdly, and I think most importantly, it is because everything we do with purpose. Yes, even those hours we spend doing nothing, everything we do, whether productive or unproductive, culminates to make us into the humans we are sitting here today, the humans who will then go chasing bigger and wilder dreams. We all hope deep down, no matter how much we might refute it, to leave a mark, to leave a legacy, not merely in the posthumous buildings with our names on them, in the charities and the funds. Those are wonderful marks to leave, but a legacy can be something as short as a fleeting smile. It may not be set in stone until after you die, but buried in that person's memory, they know that you made them smile. And that is legacy enough. It is the action of leaving the imprint that truly matters. I mean, realistically, how many of us would be sitting here today if we knew that all of the work that we have done up until this point couldn't be put towards a greater purpose? Some of us would still be here for the love of learning, and that is a respectable art in itself. But for the rest hope to be part of something greater, to do something bigger than ourselves, whether in our work and our relationships and the good we put out in the world. The hours that we toil are proof that we are more than a bag of bones. And in these next coming years, I cannot promise you that Murphy's Law will magically stop applying. I wish it did. And telling ourselves that others have it harder does not necessarily make our struggle any easier, but it does make it more worth trying. In these coming years, we have the opportunity of a lifetime, the beginning of our young adult lives. Whether it is our first step or a bigger door opening, it is a risk far more worth taking than anything else. So keep trekking onwards, keep pushing through. And I would like to thank all of those who have been with me on the journey so far, my peers, my teachers, my classmates, everyone, my multivariable class especially. And my friends who have been with me and toiled through the last 4 years, I thank you all. And may we continue taking risks so that everything that can go right may go right. But for good measure, maybe don't go submitting any papers at 11:58 p.m. Thank you.
Something is stirring, shifting ground, it's just begun. Edges are blurring all around, and yesterday is done. Feel the flow, hear what's happening, we're what's happening. Don't you know we're the movers and we're the shapers, we're the names in tomorrow's papers. Up to us now to show up. It's our time, breathe it in. Worlds to change and worlds to win. Our turn coming through. Me and you, yes, me and you. Feel how it quivers on the brink. Everything gives you the shivers, makes you think there's so much stuff to sing. And you and me will be singing it like the birds. Me with the music and you the words. Tell them things they don't know. Up to us now to show up. Our time, breathe it in. Worlds to change and worlds to win. Our turn, we're what's new. Me and you, yes, me and you. Feel the flow, hear what's happening, we're what's happening. Long ago, all we had was that funny feeling, saying someday we'd give us room and start the clock. Our time coming through. Me and you, yes, me and you. Me and you, me and you. Me and you, me and you.
At this time, I would like to invite Theo McGurk to come forward and introduce our commencement speaker.
Today, I have the honor of introducing our distinguished commencement speaker, Dr. W. Todd Gross. Dr. Gross is president and CEO of the Georgia Historical Society, the leading authority for the study of history in our state. As an independent educational and research institution, the Georgia Historical Society is responsible for collecting and teaching Georgian history and our role within American history more broadly. Dr. Gross was born in Virginia, growing up both in his native state and in Memphis, the capital of the Mississippi Delta. He holds 3 degrees in history, including his PhD from the University of Tennessee and a certificate in leadership development from the U.S. Army War College. For over 25 years, he has been an educator, administrator, and author. During that period, he has led institutions in raising over $150 million for educational programs, capital projects, and endowments. He is the author and editor of 2 books on the Civil War era and has written over 100 scholarly articles, opinion essays, and book reviews for both professional publications and national newspapers. A frequent lecturer on the history of the American South, the American presidency, and U.S. military history, Dr. Gross has made numerous television appearances on C-SPAN, the History Channel, Georgia Public Television, CBS News, and the British Broadcasting Corporation. He is past president of the Rotary Club of Savannah, past governor of the Society of Colonial Wars, past member of the Savannah Country Day School Board of Directors, and a 2003 graduate of Leadership Georgia. He currently serves on the board of the Georgia Tech Institute for Technology and Civic Leadership and on the board of the Georgia Chamber. He is also a trustee of the Jepson Scholars Foundation, which advances global leadership through study at the University of Oxford. For the past 15 years, he has been listed by the Georgia Trend and the James magazines as one of the most influential Georgians. And in 2023, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp appointed him to the Georgia US 250 Commission as vice chair in preparation for our nation's semi-quincentennial. We are extremely honored to have Dr. Gross with us here today, so please join me in welcoming him to the podium.
Well, thank you, Theo, for that very kind introduction, and congratulations to you on achieving your standing as salutatorian of your class. I was sorry to interrupt him as he was coming up, but we had never met, so I thought before he introduced me to you, we should at least know each other. Head of School Wilson, Mr. Beaver, members of the board and faculty of Savannah Country Day School, proud parents, class of 2026. Let me begin by expressing my thanks and honor at being invited to deliver this commencement address. My family and I have a deep tie to this institution. My daughter Kate was a lifer who spent 14 years on the campus, graduating in the class of 2017. During the last 6 years of her schooling, I had the privilege of serving on the Savannah Country Day Board of Directors and was a member of the search committee that hired Keff Wilson as head of school, and that turned out to be a pretty good decision. Congratulations to these graduating seniors. Savannah Country Day is an outstanding, academically rigorous school, and completing your course of study here is quite an accomplishment. When Mr. Wilson asked me to speak today, I chuckled to myself because I thought there is no way I could even get into this school, let alone graduate from it. Realizing that I am the only thing standing between these excited graduates and the celebration that is to follow this ceremony, let me pitch right into my speech. Giving a commencement address is always a challenging task, but one made easier by the realization that in time, no one will remember anything that I say here today. In 1816, former President Thomas Jefferson wrote to a friend, another former president, John Adams, expressing his optimism for the country they had founded 40 years earlier. "I prefer the dreams of the future," Jefferson confessed, "to the history of the past." Now, it may come as a surprise that I, as a historian, agree with Thomas Jefferson. I, too, prefer the dreams of the future over the history of the past. In fact, that is why I became a historian, because I know that the purpose of studying the past is to give us the knowledge we need to create a better future. In other words, the dreams of the future that Jefferson spoke of will never be realized without the history of the past. Class of 2026, you have the distinction of graduating on the eve of our nation's 250th birthday, known officially as the semi-quincentennial of the United States. In fact, we might even call you the semi-quincentennial class, the cohort of citizens who are leaving high school during this auspicious commemoration and who will lead the nation over the course of the next half century until we celebrate our 300th anniversary in 2076. The 250th anniversary of the United States and your high school graduation are coming at a crucial time in America's experiment in self-government. Currently, our nation is experiencing some of the most dramatic demographic, economic, political, and social changes we have seen in half a century, testing the strength of the world's oldest representative democracy. Not since the turbulent decades of the 1960s and 70s has our political system endured such stress or been questioned by our own leaders. Consequently, many have lost faith in the institutions of democracy, and they fear for the future of our republic. This is not a partisan issue. Americans of all political persuasions are concerned about what they perceive as an erosion in the norms of conduct and the pillars that sustain how free people govern themselves. In particular, the media, the courts, education, elections, and the Constitution itself seem to no longer possess the confidence once placed in them. Some even wonder if democracy has failed altogether, producing unintended social and economic consequences for our country and the world. Young people are especially disillusioned with democracy. According to one recent poll, nearly half of all Americans under the age of 30 have given up on the idea of self-government. So how can we restore faith in Thomas Jefferson's dreams of the future? One way to restore faith in the future is to better understand the past. Those dreams of the future that Jefferson preferred are inextricably linked to the study of history. We can use history to demonstrate why democracy is preferable to any other form of government, no matter how messy or inefficient it may be. As Winston Churchill once observed, Democracy is the worst form of government, except for all those other forms we have tried from time to time. In fact, history reveals that the great strength of democracy is the messiness and inefficiency that maintains a balance of power between the branches of government. At its core, democracy is an invitation to argument. Democracy is an invitation to argument, an argument about where we have been, where we are going, and how best to get there. And our national experience has shown that no one argues better than Americans. We are good at arguing because we instinctively understand that argument is prelude to compromise, and compromise is necessary for a free people to govern themselves. Perhaps most important of all, history has the power to remind us of who we are as Americans. The essence of what it means to be an American is contained in the story of our nation's journey through time. There is a good reason why over 75% of the questions on the citizenship test relate to our country's history. And when we tell the story of the past in all its complexity, we can inspire Americans to renew their commitment to the radical and still liberating ideals embodied in the Declaration of Independence, namely, the equality of all people, their unalienable right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and their ability to govern themselves by choosing their leaders, ideals that originally were narrowly applied but have even greater meaning for all Americans 250 years later. In that sense, the American Revolution is not some static event frozen in a remote past. The American Revolution is a vibrant, powerful idea that lives to this day, continually driving us to expand human freedom and create a more perfect union. Even when we have disagreed bitterly over who should be free and who should not, over who should be equal and who should not, the Declaration of Independence has offered us a unifying theme and a point of reference around which all Americans could unite. The 13th Amendment ending slavery, the 19th Amendment granting women the right to vote, and the civil rights legislation of the 1960s are all examples of the continuing American Revolution. So here is my challenge to you, the class of 2026. At this school, you have been trained to lead, and in a few years, you will be called upon to lead this country. If America is to not only thrive, but to flourish, as leaders and citizens, you must recommit yourselves, as every generation before you, to the dream and the idea of the American Revolution. Those lofty and timeless principles enshrined in the Declaration of Independence about equality, about unalienable rights, and about the power flowing from the people have always united us and are greater than any of the things that divide us. As you recommit to the ideals of the American Revolution, I challenge you also to live by those time-tested virtues of duty, honor, integrity, courage, humility, patience, compromise, compassion, and self-restraint. Those virtues and the character they build, they still matter. And they will always matter as long as self-government matters. Free people cannot govern themselves without them. Indeed, they will ultimately lose their freedom if they do not insist upon them, especially in their leaders. History teaches us that no republic can survive without what the ancient Greeks and the ancient Romans called public virtue, a voluntary dedication to the common good, where leaders accept restraints on their power and put the community's well-being ahead of their personal gain. That concept was understood by the founders of Georgia, the Georgia trustees, who in 1732 adopted as their motto and the motto of the colony, the Latin phrase, non sibi sed aliis, not for self, but for others. Allow the better angels of your nature, as Abraham Lincoln said during another divisive time, allow those better angels to reassert themselves. Trust once again in our national institutions and trust again in each other. Show empathy for your fellow Americans. Listen to their needs and concerns. And remember that your fellow Americans are not the enemy. Jefferson once observed that not every disagreement of opinion is a disagreement of principle. The greatest association any of us will ever enjoy is that we are all Americans and citizens of this great republic. We all want the same things for ourselves and our families. We just disagree about how to get there. Remember the example our country has set for the world over the last 2.5 centuries. In the long and historic struggle between democracy and tyranny, the world has needed, and it still needs, a strong United States that is committed to self-government at home and to maintaining the international rules-based order that since the end of World War II has prevented the horrors of another global conflict. The moral authority of America, what Lincoln called the last best hope of earth, the moral authority of America has been more powerful than all of our vaunted economic strength and military might combined. In his famous Lyceum speech delivered in 1839, when he was just a young man, a 28-year-old Abraham Lincoln proclaimed that no foreign power could ever destroy America. If our nation fails, Lincoln argued, it will be because Americans no longer believe in the dream and the ideals of the American Revolution. Lincoln's speech foreshadowed the Civil War 23 years later, when he, as president, had to lead our nation in rededicating itself to the principles of the Declaration of Independence. By destroying slavery and the secession movement slavery created, Lincoln gave America a new birth of freedom, ensuring, at least for his generation, that democracy, as he put it, shall not perish from the face of the earth. Graduates, in just a moment, you will walk across this stage and receive your diplomas. As you make that passage from childhood into adulthood and become a citizen of this republic, remember that the future, our future, is in your hands. When you get to be my age, and I and most of the folks sitting in this audience, we're all going to be dead. Think about it. You will be in charge. You will determine if the dreams of the future will be better than the story of the past. You will decide whether America is still a beacon of freedom or a relic of a bygone era. Yes, like Thomas Jefferson, I still believe in the dreams of the future. I believe in the enduring American Revolution, and I believe in the promise of the United States of America because I believe in you, the class of 2026. Again, congratulations, God bless you, and good luck in your new adventures.
May you see God's light on the path ahead.
The time has finally come. Mr. Beaver, Mr. Wilson, faculty, students, family, and honored guests, it is my pleasure to present to you the candidates for graduation in the Savannah Country Day School class of 2026. We do invite families to stand when the name of your student is called. Members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, and staff who are parents of the class of 2026 have been invited to come up to the stage to congratulate and take a photo with their graduates. Will the front row please stand? Hyoju An. Something went down the wrong way. Reese Catherine Bailey. Lily Vanderbilt Barrow. Noreen Sophia Bouillon. Haley Vida Bird. Emerson Woods Bromley. Elizabeth Parham Buckler. Hillary Agnes Bunger. Sloan Elizabeth Collins. Marin Lisanne Cox. Helen Hope Culver. Mary McKelvin Dulaney. Grace Elizabeth Eskander. Sheridan Greer Marie Fleming. Gabriella Lynn Galoni. Grayson Diana Del Corso Garceau. Emma Laura Gaddy. Sarah Catherine Gilpin. Jillian Sarah Goldberg. Madeline Caldwell Ham. Maeve Emily Hecht. I checked with your parents. I didn't trust you. Avery Elizabeth Helmy. Molly Lane Hildebrandt. Abigail Grace Inger. Zoe Giselle Johnson. Rebecca Hawes Kimball. Unjae Lee. Olivia Harlan Lurch. Lauren Carlisle Lewis. Larkin Page Lotter. She got to go first. Olivia Richmond Lotter. Kara Lawson McIntosh. Reese Elizabeth Morin. Will the middle row please stand? Emily Louise Moretz. Sophia Caroline Myers. Mary McClellan Northup. Yewan Park. Ria Milan Patel. Ella Catherine Phillips. Matilde Maria Bernice Roby. Ilana Suzanne Rubin. Caroline Marie Simones. Cleo Jane Shelton. Annalie Jameson Smith. Lillian Rose Stone. Greta Bose Stubbs. Sarah Grace Sussman. Adeline Lucille Petrovsky. Charlotte Reese Williams. Jiayi Zhang. Max Cooper Beeman. Weston Hayes Beaver. Thomas Harton Boyd III. Noah Ahmad Buchanan. Jackson Edwin Chase. Nicholas Chiozza. Yejun Cho. Is everybody giving him a bouncy ball? Thomas Randolph Royal Claiborne. Maxton Alistair Clements. Archibald Hilliard Davis II. Wills Whitworth Davis. Bluford Jenkins Dennard. Veer Nakul Derola. Michael Anders Elizalde. Daniel Engel. Eli John Forbes Young. Will the back row please stand? Good. Benjamin Luke Fountain. Silas Charles Jakai. Charles Morris Glidewell. Curran Pace Godfrey Cargile. Hunter Taylor Goldstein. We're going to wait. Caden Brian Hartley. You look good. Do you like that speech? Yeah. It's up your alley. Yeah. Carter Randolph Herman. John Thomas Hill. Coleman Green Huggins. Charles Marvin Kreuter. Scott Eric Lang, Jr. John Asher London. Theodore Carl McGurk. Elijah Chi Wynn. Luke Dot Wynn. Ryder Vin Wynn. Will Harrison Paderewski.
My idea.
It's good to pass for them.
That's cool. My dad did it this year, and then so what's on the best shot now?
James White Pinnell. Patrick Harrison Perry III. Charles Landon Pope. Cash Edward Ramirez. Adam Michael Reisig. William Earl Sparks III. Finley Sanders Taylor. Paxton Lee Tao. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. You too. Connor Anthony Umble. Miles Oliver Vaught. Nolan Thomas Watson. Thomas Stonewall Wells. Boone Robson Wiesner. Najee Jeremiah Young. Edison Zhao. Wesley Zhao.
They mess with him.
Will all rise please stand? And now, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduates of the Savannah Country Day School class of 2026.
They give him these little rubber balls, and then I got totally screwed up.
It's a good-looking group. I invite all of you to remain standing as the chorus leads us in the singing of our alma mater, and remain standing for the benediction given by Reverend Martin, followed by the recessional. You may meet your graduates in the gallery outside. You are welcome to use the terrace for pictures or take the short walk to the river if you so desire. Thank you all for being here with us.
Would you receive this benediction? May the God who made you and loves you go before you to guide you where you go, be behind you to catch you when you fall, be above you to watch over you while you sleep, be beneath you as a foundation on which to stand, and be within you as a heart of love to share with the world. And when your journey is done, may the world be a better place because you were here.
Amen.